Okay, so you got that, right? You saw how you do creative photography for beginners. That's it. It's that simple. No? A little too fast? Okay. How about this? Let's slow it down and look over some photos that I personally took, and we'll talk about it. Sound good? Let's get it done. Creative photography ideas for beginners. If you clicked on this video, you are in the right place, my friend. Now, little two just two quick side notes. I took the glasses off because it was given a reflection in the lens, and I'm using a lower end lens, which makes the autofocus lower end, right? So, for some reason, the glasses with the reflection, no matter the way I set up the lighting, even trying to bounce off the light off the wall, it still wasn't working. The camera was like focusing over here and over there, everywhere except here where it's supposed to. So I dished the glasses, and it seems to be working much better now. Like the camera and the lens is like, oh, there you are. Okay, the glasses were just confusing me. I don't know what happened. I found you now. Okay, I can see. I can follow you. Kind of wild, ain't it? And as soon as I say that, it like stops focusing. Of course. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. You lens, you lens. $300 lens. Ah. Okay. Second note, I'm gonna try to get this done as quick as I can because it's like 100 million degrees in this room. The AC for the house is just too small, and I'm upstairs. It just does not cool off, and I am sweating my BALLS off. Big time. Oh, yeah. And I don't want to turn into a puddle right before your eyes. So, we're gonna get started. See, I'm sticking this stuff already. Yeah, it's hot. It's really hot. So, focus. Yeah, there we go. So let's talk about some of these photos. The first one I'm going to show you is basically done really simple in your editing software. I use Lightroom. You basically just take a photo, the same photo, layer it on top of each other. As you can see right here, flip it upside down and play with your occupancy. Occupancy, am I saying that right? I think I know. I think you guys know what I'm talking about, though. Until it blends in, and you get this really cool cityscape that looks like, I don't know. I think it's pretty creative. It's really simple to do, and it's all done in Lightroom or whatever other editing app that you may use. Really quick, works really well. Now, the second creative photography idea I want to talk to you guys about is, excuse me, not that. Motion blur. Motion blur can be achieved two ways. You can either set your camera on a tripod, use slow shutter speed like 1 over 4 seconds, and ironically enough, I haven't tried this, but I'm gonna go try it pretty soon. I'm gonna see what I come up with. It works best when you're in a public area, street photography, let's say. Now, your camera's on a tripod, you got slow shutter speed, real important, your timer. Set your timer to 2 seconds because if you don't have a remote, when you click on that button, you don't want to get even more shake in your camera as you're clicking because you may be gentle, but it's still gonna move the camera a little bit. So just put your timer on 2 seconds and boop, and then it'll take the photo with the using the timer. Really cool, easy way to do it. You don't need a remote, really. Okay, so we have the tripod. We have the camera on the tripod, slow shutter speed, the timer set, people are walking in the street. You take the photo, you get the people, you know, blurry because they're moving, they're not stationary. So the second way to get motion blur in your photos is handheld. And I'm going to show you some photos. Same thing, slow shutter speed. I used 1 over 4 seconds as for the shutter speed. I forgot to talk for a second. Now let's go over some of these photos. As you can see, this one with the car, I think it came out really cool. I really like it. Building, as you can see, and you're talking about minute movement with the camera. Like slow, really slow. Try to be really slow because you're already using a slow shutter speed. So just slow, and you can play around with it. Take a couple of them. You don't have to take like one and two, three. Oh, that's it. That's my limit. I have to stop there. Nah. Take as many as you want. Play around, moving the camera up and down, side to side, rotating it, whatever you want to do. That's the cool thing about creative photography. Now, this last one, I moved the camera a lot more when I took this. As you can see, this is more like a abstract creative art type of photography because you can kind of tell it's a street, but you kind of can't. And thing is, I really like the way this photo came out. It's one of my favorites. Of course, though, I'm into that kind of abstract stuff. You may not be, so it may not be your cup of tea, let's say. But I like it. You can try it and just see if you enjoy doing these kind of photos, handheld motion blur stuff. Another way to be creative with your photos is this one right here. As you can see, there's an awning that I use to basically block out the entire sky and the cityscape in the background. And yes, I use black and white, or I did black and white. I edited it to black and white because I think it just comes out much better. Let me pop it back up there so you guys can tell. You can see is the awning right there. You can see the metal pieces from the awning. I just think it came out pretty cool. Is it focused? Yeah. Well, yeah. This camera and this lens, boy, oh boy. Least but not last is reflection. Using reflections, using windows in a restaurant, on a building, on a car. Let's go and let's talk about some of these photos that I've taken, and I'm gonna continue taking these type of photos. But as you can see, there's so much info on these photos, and you have all these layers, and when you're shooting, let's say through a restaurant or a building, and there's a corner, you have someone on the other side walking, and you get them and you get some of the reflection. I think it's just really cool. It's really creative. You can see in this one is basically the sky. I got the reflection of the clouds and some of the sky in the building itself. Or you get, reflection of the buildings in the buildings. It's just so much to play with. And of course, my favorite is this taxi cab photos. Some of these taxi cab photos that I took, I think just came out really, really cool. So many layers. That is like one of my top favorite photos that I've taken in a really long time. See, here's the thing. With creative photography, it's up to you. Everybody's different. What I think may be creative, you may think just absolutely freaking sucks. Like, what are you talking about? That's not creative at all. And vice versa. So don't worry about it. Just have fun. Go out there. I encourage you to go and try some of these, and definitely come back and share some of your photos that we talked about today. Just try some different things, different angles, shoot through glass, use puddles as a reflection, use awnings, use trees to shoot through trees and through little circles, through a bench, Uh, there's so much that you can do to be creative. It's just, here's the thing, keep an open mind, think outside the box. Don't worry about composition and the rules of thirds and all that stuff. You don't have to worry about any of that. Yes, they're good rules to know. But here's the thing, especially when it comes to creative photography, break the rules. Break them all. Break them and throw them out the window, and then take a photo of the window. That's the thing. Think outside the box, break the rules, have fun. What you may think is creative, someone else may not think is creative. What they may think is creative, you may not think is creative. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It's absolutely fine. The important thing is you get out there and you shoot and you take some photos and you learn. That's the whole point of this. Just you go out there and learn. The more you do something, the better you're going to become at it, the more creative. Yes, you can get inspiration from other photographers. That's perfectly fine. You can even try to recreate some of it. Some of the photos, iconic photos, some of your favorite photos. That's cool. The thing is, you're learning. You're out there. You're doing it. And you're photographing. And you're having fun. That's the thing. And remember, always shoot for you first. Always photograph for you first. Then for everyone else. Thank you guys. If you enjoyed this, if you think I have a little bit of value that I brought to you today, smash that subscribe button for me. And smash that like button. Thank you so much. I look forward to next time hanging out with you. This was fun. Peace. Creative photography ideas. Nope, cut. Didn't like it. Nope. Come on. You got this, man. You can do it. You can do this. You got this. You got this.